Hey, this is Barrett again. I wanted to add on to my video from earlier about some of the similarities between these two grinders because I really didn't go into it in much depth this morning. Wasn't quite awake, wasn't too perky yet. So let's take a look. I'm going to just start by removing the hopper on the Super Jolly. And is this the right way? Yeah. They are reverse threaded, and I have not cleaned this for a few days. I don't use it that often, so it's a little bit dirty, but it'll show you about how dirty these grinders can get. I've been using this through the weekend, and I have not cleaned it on purpose as well. I've not taken a look inside of it, but let's take a look at the burrs. There's some crud in there that came out. And there's your normal Super Jolly burr. So let's take a look at this. The same deal. Someone was worried that I use two hands to adjust this. I mean, you can do it one-handed, but as it gets tighter, it's a little bit more resistant, and what it does is it kind of slides a little bit on your counter. For me, it's just easier to do it like this. You don't want it to be too loose because it's going to start moving around on you. So there's the adjustment ring. And in some of my earlier videos I said, man, these things are very similar. I mean, it has the springs that go into these pockets. I don't know if I can pull that out very well or not. But this pushes the burr up, and then when you screw your adjustment ring down, it's actually compressing that spring, and it's keeping these two burrs that are supposed to be parallel to each other at a good tension. So the springs add that tension that you need just to keep it from flopping around on you. And yeah, I mean, they are identical. I might end up taking the Super Jolly burrs and putting them in just to see how they work. They should be identical. I mean, I've seen people, they buy the SSP or they buy different Super Jolly burrs and they throw it in this Turin grinder. So even looks like the cut pattern is a little different. Well, they're about the same. I'd have to count the teeth, but this one's maybe a little bit more aggressive, and I think that's okay. So you can kind of tell from the inside. Let me try to move my camera a little closer. You can see how much gets stuck in there, which is really not that much. I mean, that's, I don't know, 20 espressos worth of grounds through it, and it's still looking pretty clean. You do have a little bit of residual ground stuck to the side, but that just happens with almost every grinder. I mean, here's the Super Jolly, has the same deal. I haven't cleaned the Super Jolly out in quite a bit longer. Now, one thing that I will note is this entire area right here, I mean, it's huge. And I have this brush, and what I'll do is I'll sweep it out after every use. Because if you don't, that's several grams of beans that are getting stuck in there. Where with this Turin, again, not the biggest fan of like a bellows because I think it's kind of a pain to use. But the bellows, I mean, I'm getting within 0.1 grams every time, if not spot on. And I think the reason why maybe I'm a little bit off is as it's spinning, maybe it'll stop and there's some ground stuck up here, and when you push the bellows, it's just blowing out this first section the best because it's not going to go all the way around without this motor on. I have had it turned on before as I've done the bellows, and that seems to help quite a bit. Still, you're not going to get it all out, and that's fine. I mean, it's really good. I'm really impressed at how little grounds are left after a shot. So let me know what you think. If you got any questions about how these burrs may or may not be the same. There's another closer look at them. I mean, they're identical as far as I'm concerned. It's the Turin here. This is the Super Jolly here. And they are interchangeable burrs. So, pretty cool. I like the way that they're proceeding with this design so far. Let me know what you think in the comments.